ng gabi. So delayed telecast po yan. By the way, naglaro po Air 21 kanina. They lost a heartbreaker of a game to rain or shine. Jeff Chan with a winning three-pointer, 89-86. Yan po yung naganap back in the first game.
That was a buzzer beater by Jeff Chan. But let's go back to this game. Miko, in the second quarter, itong BMEC Derby Ace Amados are on a 13-6 run. That's why they have a 6-point lead.
James Yap scored before we entered that timeout. May have been a forced shot para kay James Yap. 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter.
7 points also for James Yap, all in the second quarter.
I know a lot of people are excited about over the addition of Bonbon Custodio. I know Jason Webb is excited about Bonbon joining the Alaska Aces. Why is that?
Well, I really like the addition of Bonbon Custodio because now it takes you away or very different. You can see paano nag-evolve din itong si Coach Tim Cone. Usually he likes guys that will just set it up, run the triangle, but now you have Bonbon Custodio, you have Cyrus Baguio, and L.A. Tenorio, guys who can really break down the defense and create shots. So I think more than making Alaska more exciting, itong si Coach Tim Cone has seen the evolution of basketball and now he's getting players who can actually play the way they need to be able to win.
At that time, the Aces threw the ball away. Here's Simon on the move. Simon, who's swallowed up by the defense, and a loose ball foul against Peter June Simon. You know, talking about Bonbon Custodio, he's like a second version of Cyrus Baguio on this team.
He's a spark plug. Kung before itong si Cyrus Baguio, let's look at this. A great defensive job by Bonbon Custodio. So two good things right away for Custodio. First getting that shot and now a defensive gem for him. And Custodio just gets so much excitement. So pag may Cyrus Baguio ka mag-starting five, meron ka ng Bonbon Custodio coming off the bench, again providing that energy.
There's a spin. Look out. Borboran. No go. Borboran got his own miss. And the layup is good. And this second unit by Alaska really making things happen. Custodio and Borboran. And the Aces are back in this game, down by just 1 point, 28-27 with 6:15 remaining in the second quarter. Yan ang ating mga kapatid mula sa ating PBA radio panel. On the left, Benji Santiago, and the bombastic Barry Pasqua. Siyempre, kunwari pa sila, hindi nila alam na kinukuna sa kalit. Benji and Barry. By the way, it's on 810 kilohertz. Now transmitting on 50,000 watts of radio power.
Kung alam lang natin, sila nga yung nagpapakuha sa sarili nila eh.
Dalawang boto ng piryata sa cameraman natin. Back to this ball game. The Aces on a run here. Here's Baguio in the open court. Cyrus Baguio goes behind the back and over to Borboran and now Custodio. 1 point. Yan ang lamang ng BMEC Derby Ace. And we cross the halfway mark of the second period. Here's Devance against Adukul. Shot clock down to 3. Devance, no go. And De La Cruz fighting for that rebound. I tell you, in this tournament, rebounds will not come easy.
Well, and you gotta love the effort of the guys who will come or go for the rebound. Because like Tony De La Cruz, he got hit there a number of times. So whenever you go for the rebound, even if it's a defensive rebound, it's gonna hurt. Borboran now with 9 points, really making a good account of himself here in the second game for the Alaska Aces.
These UE boys really playing beautiful music together, Custodio and Borboran. And here's Baguio out of UST. Baguio, oh, look out! Good help defense by Meyerhofer, but there's Borboran doing the trail job.
The trail job, you will always be rewarded when you do the trail job. It may come once every 10 times, but when you're rewarded, you get an easy layup.
So, apat na ang abante dito ng Alaska, 32-28. Oh, somebody forgot about Simon.
They're not going to be happy. You can see Coach Tim Cone signaling, you guys need to talk on defense.
Still a 2-point ball game para sa Alaska, 32-30. And I don't know what it is between Borboran and Meyerhoff. Nagiging sila sa isa't isa. I know that they met in the finals back in the UAAP. In the meantime, LA Tenorio is sent back in this ball game. Borboran will get a lot of high fives on his return to the bench. Jordan Salvador also back in the game para sa BMEC Derby Ace as well as Nino Canaleta.
It's going to be interesting to see how Tenorio and Borboran will play alongside each other. Gakko with his third rebound here in the game.
Great drive by Jonas Villanueva. I don't think anyone was surprised that he had 20 points in his very first game para sa BMEC Derby Ace.
And it didn't look a lot. Kasi hindi siya pilit na mga tira. Jonas Villanueva getting his shots in the flow of the offense.
4 minutes remaining in the first half. Here's Custodio. Bonbon still has the ball. He still has it. And gives the ball up for LA Tenorio. Wow, Custodio, that's another assist. Setting up LA Tenorio for a 3.
And what I liked about that play is he did not panic. He knew he drove. He knew how much time he had on the clock and still found LA Tenorio wide open for that 3-point shot.
And a miss by Peter June Simon. Offensive rebound para kay Salvador. 3-point game for Alaska, 35-32. 3.5 remaining in the second quarter. Canaleta, double team, outside, Villanueva. Villanueva for 3. Yes, sir!
And you can see Miko here in the second quarter. That's why you're getting open shots, you're getting 3-point shots, because the players are now moving the ball. In the first quarter, not as much movement without the ball. Now look at that again, a wide open shot, you get an easy shot. 6 points now for Tony De La Cruz.
Alaska really finding open teammates here in the second quarter. Here's Simon. Shot clock reads 12. Cross-court pass intercepted by Devance. Baguio. Custodio. Oh, nice hesitation move!
They're just playing so well together, this second unit. Parang matagal na sila magkakalaro.
It's nice when you have two Cyrus Baguios in that team. Cyrus Baguio 1, that's Cyrus Baguio 2. For the 30-second timeout, parang may kakambal si Cyrus dun sa Alaska ngayon. Brought to you by Handy Fix, ang first aid ng bahay mo, Bonzol and Seals on. He used to be Mr. Life of the Party when he was with San Miguel. Every time he touched that ball, yung fans, they get excited. Now, siyempre, nung napunta sa Santa Lucia, nagbago yung tingin sa kanya ng fans. But now, he's with Alaska, and he has the ball, and he gets to run. The fans are getting excited over him again.
Well, especially if you're Alaska, you're used to seeing Alaska on a slower type of pace.
Assistant
setup.
team.
Oh. And then makikita mo itong si Bonbon Custodio, who will just electrify the crowd.
Parang kodakan eh. Parang nagpa-picture si Canaleta.
Hindi naka-react eh.
Oops.
He had to turn around.
Picture taking.
Well, that's where you can see if a player is quick. Because parang napapako yung paa ng depensa.
So tuloy ang aksyon dito sa second quarter. 4-point game for Alaska, 39-35. 2.5 to go in the first half. James Yap against Baguio. And here's Simon over Custodio. Overshoots. Sanitos chases down the long rebound. Baguio. Toss. He will not be denied. And that's something BMEC, the front line of BMEC cannot afford to do.
You cannot. I mean, you have big guys like that. You got to be able to switch. If you help out on the small guys, another guy has to come from the weak side to be able to help a guy like John Dan Salvador, who switched out. And you have to switch up on Sonny Toss.
And now even Alaska's defense performing very well here in the second period. Sonny Toss scored underneath. Gerwin Gakko back on the bench. And the classic knockout play executed to perfection by BMEC Derby Ace.
And that's the second time that BMEC has done that. Miscommunication for the Alaska Aces. And again, it was PJ Simon scoring the 2 points.
Miss by Tenorio. By the way, Elmer Espiritu is now in the ball game for the Aces, the rookie. One more former University of the East player. Here's that new look coaching staff ng BMEC Derby Ace. Although, of course, Ray Vangelista, Coy Banal, and team manager Alvin Patrimonio is still on that bench.
The two new additions are Richard Del Rosario and Art De La Cruz.
James Yap will earn a trip to the line.
Gotta like the aggressiveness of James Yap here in the second quarter. So, Miko, kung sinasabi mo kanina, Cyrus Baguio 1, Cyrus Baguio 2, itong si Amar Espiritu naman reminds me of another Mark Borboran.
Parang gumagawa na makambal-kambal dyan si Tim Cone. But you're right. I mean, you're right. But, you know, long arms,
The build,
athletic,
quickness, yes.
mabilis, di ba?
Does not need the ball.
And they're role players.
Exactly.
You know, very clear role players.
And Coach Tim has always been very adamant about having role players. He had guys before like Roel Gomez who would come in
Was the first player I had in mind.
Exactly.
Roel Gomez.
Diba? Alam niya kung kailan siya papasok.
Of course, Roel Gomez was the three-point specialist during that Grand Slam year of Alaska. Meantime, Espiritu loses the ball. And here's Canaleta. Ano ba? May UE reunion ba ngayon? Hindi ko alam. And here's James Yap, another UE alumnus. And Canaleta fakes, fires. Well, he's really in a slump. He's really in a slump in the first two games of the season.
Well, Canaleta's really a streaky player. Even when he was playing last conference, when he had good games, he had 6 or 7 good games, then he gets into a slump. So that's one thing he'll need to work on. But when he's in a slump, he just keeps plugging. And this is a perfect opportunity for him because alam niya, or dapat malaman niya na every game, kahit masama laro niya the game before, makakalaro siya the next game.
Meantime, hinayang na hinayang si Jonas Villanueva after issuing what was actually maybe a bounce pass that was a tad bit low for Jordan Salvador. A nice bump by Salvador, sending Tenorio to the floor. Now here's De La Cruz pulling up, and it's good.
What you like about L.A. Tenorio, he got bumped, but he didn't complain. He wasn't crying to the referee, so he knows. Again, sabi natin, the adjustment to how the calls are in this conference will be key for the teams to rack up or pile up those wins early on.
Meantime, another miss para kay Canaleta. 4-point game. 9 seconds to go. I tell you, when James Yap goes inside and books a trip to the free throw line, hindi promo rate. Full price. Hindi 1 peso fare. Ne. Full price. He earns every trip to the free throw line.
Well, he is the reigning MVP. So there is so much attention on James Yap every time he touches the ball. Lalo na pag nakamask na ganyan. Alam mong siya.
lalo pa nakilala.
Diba?
Siya lang ang may mask at si Joe Devance, siya lang ang may ganitong buhok. Disco D.
At alam natin, magaling sumayaw yung si Joe Devance.
The sight of Joe Devance made Seb Sarmenta very happy. It reminded Seb of the disco years. You know, all those disco days of the 70s. Of course, the kids watching, I said, anong disco? 7 seconds to go in the first half. Discotheque. Here's Tenorio. Bounce pass, Devance. Devance misses. At dyan magtatapos ang first half. Both teams had their runs. Sagutan sila ng mga runs dito sa ating first half. BMEC Derby Ace keeping the game close. They had the lead. They lost it. Alaska doing a great job in the second quarter, bouncing back. Borboran 11 points off the bench. Score natin 43-39 at the half. Let's go to Magoo Marjan with Disco D Devance.
Thank you, Miko. Joe, after another slow start for you guys, what was said on the bench that led you guys go on this run?
Coach he was just getting on us about our defense. We wasn't really playing team defense or individual defense, so he just got on us and we stepped it up, but it still isn't good enough.
Before I let you go, one question. If Dominic Oy grew an afro like that, bagay ba? Will it look good?
It might look good. I don't know if it'll go up, but it'll go down. It'll still look nice, though.
All right, man. Thanks for your time. Good luck in the second half. Miko?
You got the vote of confidence from Joe Devance. Alaska lamang 43-39 in a fast-paced first half. James Yap, despite the mask, despite a depleted team, still plugging away. But Bonbon Custodio, again, is the life of the party here in the PBA. Jonas Villanueva and company, they're down by 4 points at the end of the first half. We'll bring you more from the Cuneta Astrodome after these reminders. We're halfway done dito sa ating Wednesday showdown between the Alaska Aces and the BMEC Derby Ace Llamados. Score natin 43-39 in favor of Alaska. Magandang gabi sa kanilang lahat. So glad you could join us. Miko Alili kasama.